In works and services, approximately rupees 146 billion has been released for the projects, including 10.94 billion for maintenance and rehabilitation. 341 schemes have been completed. 2,936 kilometer roads has been either new roads have been built or rehabilitated, almost 3,000 kilometers in the year. On the irrigation side, rupees 96 billion were released, and important achievements in the irrigation because we were particularly concerned about floods. So we focused on the floods, and as a result, the Karo-Ghungro outfall drain system has achieved 69% physical progress. Soni-Dhoro restoration project is almost complete. The Khairpur drainage network, restoring drainage services to approximately 142,000 acres affected by the 2022 floods, is almost complete. The Ranara Canal head reach lining has been completed. Shadiwa small canal lining has been completed. Bulleri distributory lining is almost complete. Rajwa lining is almost complete. Bahadurwa lining is almost complete. Ganjbar lining is almost complete. Gaja, Guni branch drain and Hajipur pumping stations have been physically completed substantially. And the K4 support project, the KB feeder lining, has achieved 78% physical progress and inshallah will be completed in the next financial year. So now I turn to the budget strategies and priorities for financial year 2026-27. The budget for financial year 2026-27 reflects a commitment to fiscal responsibility, economic stability, and continued investment in the welfare of our people. The total budget outlay for the coming financial year is rupees 3.562 trillion, comprising current expenditure of 2.560 trillion, a development portfolio of rupees 720.39 billion, and capital expenditure of rupees 281.7 billion. Despite significant fiscal constraints and additional national obligations, we have protected allocations for education, healthcare, irrigation, public safety, local government services, and social protection. The budget has been formulated on the principles of fiscal prudence, protection of human development, infrastructure investment, and support for vulnerable sections of the society through a balanced combination of expenditure rationalization, improved resource mobilization, and targeted investments. This budget seeks to sustain economic growth, strengthen public services, enhance climate resilience, and create opportunities for future generations across Sindh. The budget has been prepared on a balanced strategy founded on 4 principles: safeguarding Sindh's constitutional rights, maintaining fiscal sustainability, contributing to national stability, and continuing investment in the welfare of our people. Honourable Speaker, Sindh responded positively to federal government's request for cooperation towards national strategic requirements. However, from the outset, we made it clear that any support must remain fully consistent with the Constitution, protect Sindh's comprehensive framework of constitutional and financial safeguards through an arrangement with the federal government. The most important safeguard is the full protection of Sindh's constitutional entitlement under the 7th NFC Award. This arrangement explicitly secures fiscal protection mechanism through a guaranteed federal revenue assignment base of rupees 3.35 trillion. Even if federal revenues fall below this threshold, Sindh's protected share will remain insulated from such shortfalls, ensuring stability and predictability in province's finances. At the same time, any revenues collected above the projected federal revenue assignment of rupees 15.264 trillion will continue to be distributed under the NFC formula, ensuring that Sindh retains its full constitutional share in future revenue growth. Honourable Speaker, the constitutional basis for this support is rooted in Article 164 of the Constitution, which empowers the Provincial Assembly to make grants in respect of matters beyond its legislative competence. This arrangement reflects the spirit of cooperative federalism. Fulfilling these national responsibilities has not been without a cost. To accommodate this contribution while maintaining fiscal stability, the government has reduced its provincial ADB size from the projected rupees 575 billion to rupees 400 billion. Nevertheless, we have protected priority projects and essential public services that directly affect the lives of our citizens. Our objective is not merely to spend more, but to spend better. This budget therefore reflects a careful balance between national responsibility and provincial rights, between fiscal development discipline and development ambition, and between present challenges and future opportunities. So I'll just briefly tell you our investments in various sectors. In the education sector, that remains at the heart of the government's development strategy. We are allocating rupees 601 billion for education. For health and population sector, the total allocation is rupees 402 billion. This would enable, and so we have ring-fence funding to our flagship healthcare institutions, including NICVD, SICVD, SIUT, SICHN, JPMC and Government Institute, which collectively provide free and life-saving healthcare services to millions of patients annually. We've also ensured that our partnership with Indus Hospital Network, Child Life Foundation and Patient Aid Foundation remains insulated from fiscal pressures so that uninterrupted healthcare services continue to be available to the citizens of this province. So in the transport and communication sector, we have allocated 185 billion rupees. These investments will support expansion of public transport system, road infrastructure, bridges and strategic connectivity projects across Sindh. Our objective is to improve mobility, reduce travel time, facilitate trade and provide safe, affordable and efficient transportation system to the people of Sindh. So in the irrigation sector, an investment of rupees 103 billion has been provided. The government will continue investing in canals, drainage systems, barrages, flood protection works and climate resilient water structure. In sanitation and public health and engineering sector, an allocation of rupees 49 billion has been earmarked, and this will enable us to ensure that drainage infrastructure and public health engineering projects improve living conditions and public health outcomes, particularly in the underserved urban and rural areas. So for local government and service delivery sector, we are allocating rupees 347.6 billion. And these resources will support municipal infrastructure, urban development, solid waste management, community services, and improvement in local service delivery across Sindh. For law and order, to maintain peace and security, an amount of 222 billion rupees is being allocated. These resources will strengthen policing, public safety, counterterrorism capabilities, safe city initiatives, and modern law enforcement infrastructure to ensure the protection of lives and property across the province. An amount of rupees 72.8 billion has been allocated for the agriculture, livestock and fisheries sector, which remain a priority for us. For energy, climate and environmental sector, rupees 84 billion has been earmarked. For minorities and women development sector, rupees 3.5 billion has been provided, and these allocations have been ring-fenced and protected from expenditure rationalization measures.